Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new update video here on the channel. And on today's video I've got a quite an important update for you guys out here on the channel. So if you want to be finding out about this whole update I've got prepared for you guys out there, don't forget to of course smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell notification so you will be definitely not miss out on any of the further content that we are going to drop out on this channel. And with that being said guys, let's jump in towards the price section of Bitcoin. So yesterday I've been making a video about my prediction of the price action of Bitcoin. So yesterday in the video I discussed, okay, we are right now in this sideways period and I do expect that we're first going to see an initial pump here, but after the initial pump we're most certainly going to create a bearish divergence, what could be then lead towards a lower price targets getting reached here. So my prediction, and of course I placed it as well on Twitter, is that we were going to first have a pump following with a correction afterwards. So right now we've got the first step done here, and that is of course this initial market pump. But exactly like I basically predicted here, we're currently forming a major bearish divergence. And you know why I think this is a very bad thing here is because we have been in some kind of a parabolic run up towards the upside right here. And what you actually never want to be seeing is such kind of a movement towards the upside after a significant rally towards the upside is long-term consolidation. Why don't you want to see it? Because that will be basically cool off the steam of the run that we were having. So right now we lost a lot of momentum in this move towards the upside. Why do I say this? Is because some people see it differently. They say, oh, but Rover, the RSI decreased, meaning that we have more room to grow towards the upside. Yeah, that is actually true. But if you're going to create a bearish divergence, especially once the market has been overbought, it is going to be definitely a very bearish scenario. So what we could be seeing right now here, and of course it's not only on the 1 hour time frame, is that we are forming clearly higher highs on the price section. While we're doing so, we're forming lower highs on the RSI. So this is of course very clear to see, very easy to see bearish divergence on the market. As well on the MACD, we've been losing massive momentum basically, and on the MACD we are forming a clear lower high here, not only on the MACD here but as well on the moving average. So we're seeing a double bearish divergence getting formed currently. We get two confirmations on the MACD that we're losing momentum on the trend here. And of course, we're getting one confirmation on the RSI that we're forming a bearish divergence while the market has been overbought. We know that the strongest bearish divergence are always getting formed from a market that has been overbought and then forms a bearish divergence. So please do know that as well. If I go further in towards it, and if I go towards the 2 hour time frame, we can see over here as well, we're currently forming a bearish divergence while the market is being overbought here. And of course, I've been saying it several times on my channel. I mean, yes, I'm a very long-term Bitcoin bull here. That's for sure a fact here. I'm a bull on Bitcoin, but sometimes I'm just going to warn you guys for the short-term corrections that we could be potentially getting in the market. Does it necessarily have to happen? No, not necessarily. We could be easily seeing increasement from here on. But for me, is it too big of a risk to, let's say right now, open a long position or open a short? What I will be doing here is let the bearish divergence play out and wait till I can get my entry in here. So this is of course definitely a very interesting one to be looking at right now here. So 2 hour time frame as well, forming a bearish divergence while we have been overbought could be leading towards a little bit of more bearish price action and a little bit more of a bigger market cool off, of course. So please do take that in notice. If we're going to look at the 4 hourly time frame, it is actually looking pretty good here, to be honest. If we're looking at the 4 hourly time frame, we can see, we formed a significant rally towards the upside. We formed higher lows, we formed higher highs, and we're right now once again back in this range above the 40,000 US dollars. And we've been already trading above it for quite a while right now. We have been trading above it for 2 days and 16 hours. So that is of course also pretty solid. Besides that as well, weekly candle close looked as well very perfect. But the 4 hourly range, what we are right now basically going to look at is this range between the 41,000 and 44.4k. Why am I looking towards these levels here? Is because we're going to be measuring these levels between the range low and the range high. As soon as Bitcoin once again breaks below the range low, we're going to see a further continuation towards the downside. So if Bitcoin fell sold on towards the 40.9k, that's going to be extremely bearish. If Bitcoin is going to then come up again, and if Bitcoin is going to be breaking above this 44.4k target, we're going to be looking extremely bullish. What are the targets that we're then going to be aiming for? Then it is going to be around the 48,000 US dollars. So there are definitely very good scenarios right now that could be playing out on Bitcoin. Excuse me. if we do break, of course, these levels on the highs here. But still, because the lower time frames are forming some bearish divergence, what I expect is that the market could be maybe first seeing an initial pump again, but comes down a little bit further, maybe to the 41k or maybe towards this 40.9k level. I mean, for me, it would be a dream scenario if we're going to come down there. Why is the dream scenario? Is because then I could still accumulate my long position, and that is exactly what I do want to be seeing. Of course, I want to accumulate my positions before the market goes in liftoff. As well, we could be looking for a downward sloping resist line here on the market getting formed. Downward sloping resist lines could be still have to be getting broken, of course. Oh, excuse me, let me draw the line correctly. So this downward sloping trend line still has to get broken here. We've got more than 3 touch points currently so far. So a rejection, yeah, could be, of course, having a little bit more of a bearish, bearish edge here on the imminent short term, but afterwards we could be going for a retest once again, and we could be breaching through it. But then I'm going to talk about the most important time frame. Of course, right now we went over the lower time frames and my predictions I made about the bearish divergence, and I personally think we're going to see a little bit more of a price suppression in the coming hours. Of course, I'm not saying the whole week is going to be bearish. No, I think like the coming hours are going to be potentially a little bit more bearish, but then the whole week, I mean, I'm pretty bullish about the whole week, about the bigger picture on Bitcoin, especially as well since we're right now closing the weekly back above the 40,000 US dollars. So that's, of course, looking particularly strong here. But then let me go over the daily time frame. I mean, the daily time frame is the much discussed time frame with us here on the channel. We've been looking at this RSI breakthrough. First of all, let's talk about the RSI breakthrough. Of course, we've been looking at this chart and we've been seeing the RSI breaking through. We told you about the retest, and I mean, we have been seeing it exactly once again here. I mean, is history repeating itself? Yes, apparently it repeats itself several times a year. And don't say we've not warned you about this, because we have been making special videos about the daily time frame that Bitcoin was on the verge of breaking out, and that it did broke out, and that it was retesting, and then it was, of course, absolutely going parabolic towards the upside. And right now we're definitely seeing that as well. So what are we seeing? What are we seeing else on the daily time frame? Because this RSI trend line is not the only thing that we're currently seeing on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trading on the 42.5k. I had a beautiful weekly candle close, but still, I mean, I don't want to be the game breaker. I mean, I'm a huge lover of Bitcoin, but I'm as well a technical analyst. I give my honest opinion on the market. So what we can see currently right now in this market playing out is that we're forming still a lower high here on the daily time frame. Lower high on the daily time frame is getting formed together with higher highs on the price on the RSI. So we are indeed forming a bearish divergence, and of course, I'm not saying Bitcoin has to come down right now here. No, I'm only giving you the facts, what is currently happening in the market. A bearish divergence sometimes doesn't play out, that's true. But right now, I will be just giving you a fact. I will just keep you notified that Bitcoin is indeed creating a regular hidden bearish divergence on the daily time frame. So do take that in consideration, that you could potentially, if we're going to form a red candle right now on this daily candle close, we could be potentially in for a little bit of a correction down to 40k approximately, just exactly like my other target on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frame. We could come down towards 40,000 US dollars before continuing our way up. It will be as well look very healthy for the chart, to be very honest. But this hidden bearish divergence is definitely a thing to look at. But as soon as Bitcoin does break above like the levels of the 44,000 US dollars, it's going to get invalidated, and we could be going in for a very bullish period towards the upside. So do take that in consideration. But anyways, guys, this was already it for today's update video. Hopefully you did enjoy the update video. It was a little bit of a longer one here. I've been going in depth about all the time frames basically. So if you do enjoy these videos, don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.